What's up, Northeast Beasters? This is your commissioner and owner of the Moonstone Dung Beetles. Who lost this week? After running my mouth pretty hard. To my cousin Johnny. Not good. Alright, back to it. I'm over that shit, even though my wife had to take my shoelaces away when I got home from work. Not a good morning, not a good night. Whatever. I'm over it. Although if the playoff started today, I wouldn't be in them. All right, week 3 recap. Some pretty good matches in our league, some good games in the NFL, some surprising wins, some surprising performances. Let's see. Abdullah Amblagada against Romo's back. Abdullah could have started 3 players and easily won. But it didn't matter. As good as Romo's back, you didn't have a shot. Nobody had a shot. Dan's averaging 124 points a week. That's crazy. Biggest receiver player-wise of the week outside of a defense. I mean, Jones, 32.5 points. Who would have known that? A Lions fan would have known that. So that one's in the books. Show me your TDs edged out. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Scored more than their projected total. If projections mean anything. So that really sets up next week. An impressive matchup coming up for Show Me Your TDs. Talk about that in a minute. The Moonstone Dung Beetles, as I already mentioned, lost the Charlestown Pats by 0.14 points. 0.14. That was probably the Charlestown Pats' blood alcohol level when they were setting their lineup. And yet, I still lost. I left way too many points on the bench. You can't do that and win. Julio scored a point. That was my #1 draft pick. You can't have that. I mean, he only scored 1 point more than Vance McDonald, of all people. I mean, that's a loss. Couple matches came down to last night. Moonstone Dung Beetles and Charlestown Pats. I lost. The other one, rivalry, shit-talking matchup, co-workers, Team Wynick and Balls Deep. Balls Deep was way down. Team Wynick had him under control. And then the Chiefs happened. 35 points. Put Balls Deep way up. Team Wynick, Drew Brees, came back, victory. We'll see what kind of shit talk goes on now. It's interesting. Alaskan Oil Slickers still in first place, over 300 points so far this year. Only 2 other teams have over 300 points. That's the Moonstone Dung Beetles and Abdullah Amblagada, who I said is averaging 124 points a week. That's crazy. We'll see if it's just shit luck, a good draft. I don't know. It's too early to tell. Never played in a league with this guy before. The Oil Slickers, Aaron Rodgers, Jordy Nelson connection is here. They're going to be the top scoring quarterback wide receiver tandem in the league this year, probably easily. But that brings us to the Week 4 preview. Week 4. The bye week starts, everybody. Be scouring those waiver wires. Decide who you're going to drop, who you're going to pick up. Because this is going to be interesting. This week, for instance, as far as matchups go, we have Show Me Your TDs coming off of impressive back-to-back wins. Pretty good roster. Running backs are nasty against the first place team, only undefeated team, the Alaskan Oil Slickers. A one-time champ. Rodgers and Nelson are on a bye. #1 and #2 draft picks from that team. It's going to be interesting to see how he fills in for it. Show Me Your TDs has Le'Veon Bell coming back. Has some really good matchups. This is a dangerous week for the Alaskan Oil Slickers. We'll see what happens. I think they should be considered underdogs. Abdullah Amblagada and the Dung Beetles. Both teams have over 300 points. Dung Beetles have some tough matchups. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if I can stop that train, but I'm still going to run my mouth. I'm still going to come for it. Injuries this week. questionable players that are owned. Eifert and Jamal Charles. Other than that, nothing major, nothing big happened last week. I'm really interested to see how things happen with the buys now. This is really going to separate the league. See how good of a manager you are, what kind of decisions you make. If you find that jackpot in the waiver, I don't know. I know I'm going to do just fine. So let's start this week. Things are somber for me right now. I'm too depressed over my loss to shit talk. That's why I'll probably make another video and I'll be lighting up the message board. But right now, I just have to drink and go to bed. All right, guys. Until next time, peace.